14 after the break.
Thank you very much. Very briefly, the idea is that at approximately what you would call, now understand this is how we perceive your energy now. Things could change, but it seems like the momentum in this direction is unlikely to swerve, at least from the general ideas of which we are now about to speak. Approximately in what you would call, as we perceive your energy now, your year of 1997, there will be what you may call a tumultuous interaction in your Middle East concerning their social and political and religious understandings that will allow them to re-examine all that they believe in. There may be some warfare in that area. There may be some strife in that area, but at the same time it will form a crucible that will allow certain souls to shine very brightly, very hotly. And our perception is that within a very short period of time, before your year of 2001, there will be such a major transformation in that area that a new light, a new understanding, a new model, a new template for how your entire world can develop a government will issue from that area. A collective understanding of how all of you can intermesh and interact in love and in peace. The idea is that this will seem, from our perception, to be accomplished. This laying down of the foundation of what you would call a world government will approximately be accomplished by your year of 2011 to 2013. From that point forward, there will be a speed up of interaction between your civilization and many of the civilizations that are observing your planet now. There will be some revelation of our existence, especially around your year of 1994. But there will be a far more direct speed up of interaction after your year of 2013, because you will have finally allowed yourself to form a trinary, or what you may call a triumvirate association of what you now call your three major powers of your United States, your Soviet Union, your People's Republic of China. And together, as the triumvirate, they will set the stage as a leading example, form the proposals upon which the rest of your civilization can form its own world peace, world government, and from that point forward the idea of national boundaries will begin to dissolve over a period of the next 100 of your years. Does this answer your question sufficiently?
Yes,
thank you very much.
It seems that we're going to be in for quite a limbo state for a while.
That is up to you. Remember, limbo states are not only collective, they are personal. And if you find yourself in a personal limbo state, while you may recognize that you can exist in an overall bubble, a collective bubble, you can still, as an individual, do many things within that overall bubble that will allow the overall bubble to not necessarily remain as long as it might have had you as an individual not acted. You follow me? In your own personal world, things will change. Just because there is a collective limbo state doesn't mean that you cannot have what you desire in your own personal reality now. The more you create the reality that you desire to live in now, the faster you will represent a living example to everyone else as to the type of reality they can create collectively too. And that will speed up the whole process. So it's really still up to you. It is in your individual hands. Remember, one individual can have an impact over the entire planet. You've seen it done many times. I thank you for your share.
I didn't get my question yet.
Yes?
That was last time.
Talk real loud, please.
Last time we interacted, we talked about the substance for the seventh and eighth sense. The
Yes.
sense of knowingness. And
Yes.
you said it was not in the consciousness of the channel. I was wondering if anything had happened where that would become available. And I'd like to suggest cactus, aloe vera, and some other substances like suncorella, in that nature.
One moment. The information to some degree is there. At this time, because of, shall we say, the wide variance in belief systems within this particular group, we are not allowed to discuss it, for it may be highly misinterpreted. But let us say that we are allowed to suggest that it is, in a sense, a quote-unquote natural plant derivative. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sharing!
Who's next? Go ahead, go ahead. Please read the list of those that I called off so that you're not slowing the process down.
Good day, Bashar.
And good day to you.
I'd like to go back to February when you gave the legacy
Yes.
and hear any comments you might want to make at this time to sort of expand on that.
You got to speak real loud because
The individual wishes to return to a time when we talked about the idea of the blending and the interaction of your human species with another alien species, and we entitled that particular interaction, that particular discussion, The Legacy. This individual simply wishes to know if there is anything else we wish to say about it at this time. No. Now, the idea is that the information, however, is coming out through members of your own society. It is no accident that the channel spoke tonight of a particular book. You will find more information about the idea that was discussed in The Legacy in that book. You understand? Does that answer your question?
No, not really. All right.
You will find that it does answer your question very strongly if you will find the passages that you seek. There will be a few other books of that nature, and you will be attracted to them. It is simply that the information now must come through the individuals on your planet. We have, in a sense, sown the seed, set the stage, started the ball rolling, as you say, by suggesting certain ideas and, quote-unquote, planting them in your consciousness. It is not up to us at this time to reveal the furtherance of that information. It is up to you to discover it by attracting it in your life through the means that you already have at your disposal on your own planet. And that means through the works of your fellow humans.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We thank your fellow humans for being willing to dispense that information at this time, for it shows that you are less fearful of yourselves and more willing to discover more aspects of yourself to allow that information to come to light. Sharing.
Hello.
And to you, good day.
talk real loud, please.
I have a question referring to,
May I ask you a question? Is that what you call real loud?
sorry.
Oh, do not be sorry. Just share with all.
Okay. The closest thing I can call it is a dream.
A dream.
The elements in the dream are reoccurring. I had this transparent black mass that
Transparent black mass in a reoccurring dream.
that was trying to suffocate me.
Trying to suffocate him. Did it succeed?
No.
No. All right.
It started out very small,
Started out very small.
and then it got more powerful.
Got more powerful.
And at one time I decided that it was my dream, so I took off flying, and the night sky grabbed me and started digging a ditch with my body.
Ah, very interesting. In one episode of the dream, he decided it was a dream and took off flying, and the night sky grabbed him and began digging a ditch with his body. Digging a ditch in what?
The ground.
The ground, all right. And then what happened?
It progressively got more powerful.
More powerful. Do you mean the ditch got deeper?
No. The, I guess you'd call it a nemesis. The black mass.
Got more powerful.
Yes.
The black mass. All right, and then what?
It stopped me from moving and kept me from talking.
Stopped you from moving and kept you from talking. And then what?
Well, when I would wake up from these, when it would go away,
Yes.
I realized that when
All right. Your eyes were open when you woke up.
and that's how I can't decide whether it was a dream or not. And I was wondering if this was maybe a supernatural evil entity, or
A supernatural evil entity.
or if it was maybe something in my subconscious.
Or maybe something of the subconscious. All right. May I ask you a question first? What is your definition of a dream?
A dream?
Yes, a dream. You asked me if it was something real or just a dream. What is the difference?
The difference is a dream to me is something that takes place while I am resting, sleeping.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, when my mind's being creative, I guess.
Are you saying that your mind is not creative when you're awake?
Well, it is, but I mean, it gets to do what it wants while I'm asleep.
It gets to do what it wants while he's asleep. It does not get to do what it wants while you are awake.
No.
Why? Or why not?
Because it's usually doing what I tell it, and I'm usually doing what society tells me.
Why?
Why?
Why are you usually doing what society tells you?
Because that's the way society is made me.
It is the way you have chosen to be made by society.
True.
Is that what you choose?
No.
What do you choose? How would you prefer to be? Is there anything about the way you have chosen to be made by society that you do not prefer?
Actually, doing what others tell me, I'd rather go off on my own.
And do what?
Just become more spiritual.
Become more spiritual. How?
By being by myself and being able to do what I want with the time that I have.
Which is? Give me a suggestion. What do you want to do with the time you have?
Meditate.
Meditate. And what will you learn in your meditations?
Whatever comes.
Whatever comes. If something should come to you in your meditation that implied that there would be something you could physically do, physically act upon, would you do it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'll rephrase it. If something came in your meditation that said, this thing, if you would do it, would be the most exciting, the most thrilling thing you could do in your life with integrity, would you do it?
If it would help me, yeah.
If it would help you. Interesting statement. Let me back up. You are implying that if you discovered in your life something that was the most exciting thing you could think of to do with integrity, that it might not be something that would automatically help you. Why would you think that?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Well, I'd be awfully leery of something that would be like that.
Why would you be leery of something that excited you?
If it would give me power, I might be afraid of it, as you said before.
All right, but understand, all the things that you discover do not give you power. They simply remind you of the power you already are. Now, why would you be afraid to be reminded of how powerful you are? Use your imagination and give me the worst case scenario of what you think would be the worst thing that could possibly happen if all of a sudden you were put in touch with all the power you are.
To lose it.
Lose it? Lose it where?
It was taken away from me.
Taken where by whom?
Someone else.
Someone else. Where could they take it?
I don't know.
You don't know. May I suggest something? All right. Do you understand that you are the creator of your reality?
Now I do, since I've been listening to your tapes and videos.
All right. Do you understand that what you call the universe is simply a projection of what is within you? And that there really is no outside. That everything you perceive is an extension from within. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Then if everything you perceive is within you, where could anyone possibly take it that wasn't within you?
Nowhere.
So are you still afraid that they could take it from you?
No.
Does it relax you to know that?
Yes.
You don't sound absolutely sure about that.
No.
Well, what?
Yeah, I am sure.
All right. I'll take your word for it for now.
Okay.
Now, is there something that has dawned upon you that would be more exciting in your life to do with integrity than anything you're doing now?
What do you mean?
Is there something in your life, I'll use your colloquial terminology, a livelihood, a service, a creative project? Is there something that you think would be the most inspiring and exciting project you could do that you are not doing right now? Is there something ever that has motivated you that you have not acted upon that is the most exciting thing you can think of to do?
Magic.
Magic. Do you mean, in your terminology, the idea of producing illusions on stage?
No, not stage magic, actual magic.
Actual magic. All right. You mean the transmutation of physical mass?
That.
All right. Then I'll give you your first clue. May I?
Sure.
Do you understand that magic, what you call natural magic, is being done by you all the time?
No, I do.
Now you do. Do you understand that it is not a situation, not an issue of mind over matter? It is in fact that mind and matter are the same thing, different manifestations of the same energy, your consciousness. Do you understand that? Do you understand that your spirit is not something that literally inhabits your body, that your body is your spirit in physical terminology, and that so as above, so below? Do you understand that? then do you understand that you are, in that sense, magical right now? And do you understand that all you are saying when you say, I want to do magic, is you are saying you want to be conscious of the fact that you're doing magic already? That you want to see the process consciously, and in your terminology, consciously desire and allow it to happen when you so desire it to happen. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, in your estimation, just briefly, what seems to be the greatest difficulty in allowing you to perform the magic you want to perform?
I guess, as you said before, remembering that it's possible.
All right, the greatest difficulty is remembering that it's possible. All right. Are you aware of any individuals on your planet that in any way, shape, or form exhibit any of the traits you say you desire to exhibit?
No.
Can you do your research and find some?
Yes.
Because they do exist. Now, it will depend upon the culture. You will find many of them are perhaps a little more prominent in cultures that relate more strongly to what you would call nature, such as perhaps what you would call your Native American culture, some of your Tibetan culture. You may find in these cultures practitioners that already exist, that already exhibit a high degree of what you are calling natural magic. It is our suggestion, just a suggestion, that if you can, for anything any of you really wants to do that you don't think you're capable of doing now, if you can, as you say, do your research, find an individual that sounds like they're doing what you want to do, go to that individual, watch what they do. Pattern your vibration after them. Now, that does not mean give your power away to them. It simply means mirror their energy. Because the only reason they can do what they do is because they are of a particular frequency. Because everything in reality is the product of different frequencies. Different reality, different frequencies. Change the frequency, change the reality. So if you go to someone who is already on that frequency and let their frequency rub off on you so that you match their frequency, you will be able to do exactly the same things you see them doing. No more, no less. Understand?
Yes.
That is our suggestion for you. Allow yourself to find what could classically be called an apprenticeship. Do your research, find an individual that inspires you. You will know the individual when you find the information. It will ring a bell within you. Go and meet that individual and see what happens from there. And you will be squarely on the path of learning what it is you say you want to learn. All right? Does that help you?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for your sharing.
Thank you.